Hola, outsider. Welcome, child of omens. You come to receive visions of truth? Take drugs, kill a bear. Seek medicine plant. Return with sacred datura root. Receive visions of truth, they guide you. These roots make sacred vision tea. You drink, you see path before you. Ready? Drink. Tea is strong. Tea is bitter. Wisdom is strong. Wisdom is bitter. You see? You go to cave. Find ghost of she. Lay ghost to rest. This your quest. Bring peace where was strife. Go.
Okay. That's nice. Oh god. There it is. Oh my god. Alright, I'll set the timer in a second. They're kind of making it easy for me. Did the other one go around? What happened to Waking Cloud? She like ran off. Oh my god. Y'all are gonna make me do math! Where are you going? This pistol is pretty nice. If you want to suggest music to me, my Discord's usually the best place to do that, by the way. Rush isn't bad. I'm not super... Oh my god, what the hell? My monitor's pretty dirty, y'all. That's what I just learned. Oh my god. I'm not using vets. It's in the trees. It's in the tree. It pounced me. It jumped on my head. Oh, he's sleeping. He was blending in. Are you single? I am not.
Does ghost of she like quiet in grave? Then visions of truth are
Thank
at
God.
an end.
That was
Will
starting
you
to
learn
hurt.
from truth?
That was
Maybe
starting
yes,
to hurt my eyes a little bit.
Maybe no. Only for you to decide. Here, take. Gift to remind you of visions. Use well, or sell to curious trader. Either way, says much about you.
Oh, look at the little fella. Banana Yoko? I should have a lot. Here you go, little fella. Get the calf to follow you. Are you following? Okay, and now we just follow until we get it back to his mother. Easy enough. Aw. Look at the little fella. He's adorable. Can I pet him? It's a crime that I can't pet him. Is there a mod where I can pet the little bighorner? Back to the first one. Yeah, I imagine that's the one that's marked on the map. There's another little fella right there. Chill out. Chill out. Stop falling after a bit. Need to feed him again. I think he may have already done that. I think he already did that. Or she. Maybe it's a girl. I don't know. I'm not exactly going to go investigate. Hey, little fella. Come on. Come on, little guy. Come on, little buddy. Come on, little buddy. There you go. I don't imagine these would be very good house pets. Like, everything would be fine until it gets pissed off, and then it would just, like, knock over the kitchen table and split it in half or something. Are you coming? Is that it? Come on. Come on. They're basically bulls? Yeah. I can't imagine they'd be house trained. Come on. I don't think bulls make good house pets. No, but have you seen, like, if you spend enough time on Reddit, you'll see there's a bunch of people who will, like, pet cows. Like, they will legit snuggle up to cows. Apparently, cows are actually really, like, really affectionate. Keep the calf? I could just keep it and have, like, a baby calf for a pet? Return it. Speak with follows chalk.
Good job getting those supplies to Daniel. If you were a dead horse, you'd get a tattoo for that. Whew! Glad to hear it. That'll be some happy mama, huh? Thank you. Really, it means a lot to me. Let me tell you a story. When I was a boy, a man came through the valley with one of the caravans. Tall man, big mustache, carried a guitar.
Did he look like Johnny
I asked
Cash?
what he did for his living.
Johnny Cash never had a mustache.
And the interpreter told me he was a singer. What is that? I asked. The man explained that he went from place to place and sang for people who gave him food and shelter and care in return. I couldn't believe that there was a place in this world where a man could do that. I promised myself then that one day I'd explore that world myself. I haven't told him yet.
Never had the grow-ons.
Never had the grow-ons.
The Lonesome Drifter?
You'd do that? Sure. Sounds smart to me. He might not get so mad at you. He's been the chief of our tribe since he came back to the valley. He went off to the civilized world years ago to fight a war. That didn't go well. Well, before he left, he didn't have those bandages all over his face. That tell you something? I don't know. He doesn't talk about it much. Maybe. But how can two civilized tribes fight over something as small as a dam? Really? That's... my gods. Must be some mighty civilized folks who built that.
I mean...
Now you sound like Joshua. He always tells me that tribal life is better. That I should stay here and forget the outside world. Ask away. Whitelegs. Nasty bunch. They've been raiding deeper into Zion ever since New Canaan was wiped out. That's the weird part. Normally, the Whitelegs keep to the Great Salt Lake. I don't know what brought them down this far south. What can I tell you? Our advanced scouts leave chalk signs to mark places rich with game. I'm not a full scout yet, so I follow the marks and guide the hunters. Dead horses mark ourselves to commemorate our hunts. When a hunter takes a great beast, or when a youth goes on his first hunt, he gets a tattoo. We came up in the land of the dead horse, though why the back when folks called it that, I got no hint. We raided, we fought, we lost. Our enemies drove us back into Zion, and we would have died if it hadn't been for Joshua. Joshua and his Caesar. When Joshua first came to us, he was servant to a man he called Caesar. He led his master's armies, and we were ready to follow him into war. Then he lost his master's army to a tribe called NCR, the Sunset People. When he returned, he was as you saw him. Burned, broken, but changed. He led us away from Caesar.
NCR.
Led us to our own destiny in Zion. If it wasn't for Joshua, the dead horses would still be the whipping boys of the Zion Valley. He taught us how to hold our territory, to protect ourselves. He guided us away from Caesar, and showed us how Caesar would have destroyed us. Little bit. I met some of their missionaries a few times, but I've never been to their city. Joshua could tell you more. Or Daniel, I imagine. We decorate our clubs with them to honor Joshua Graham. They were the weapons of his old tribe, so now they are ours. Can't say they seem that dangerous to me, but Joshua says they won the West. Only a little. I was very young. He was different. Prouder, yes, but harder, crueler, more driven. Really, I was terrified of him. We all were. When he came back, I almost didn't believe he was the same man. He was humbler. He wanted to protect, not destroy. Well, because they're our enemies. What else would we do? They take our land, they kill our scouts, they poach our hunting grounds. Ask away. Go with fortune, friend.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Kazar, not Kazar? Gotcha. The IRL. I mean, that's why we're all here. We're all here for history lessons. Y'all don't come here to watch me play.
I thought he might. It's been some time since I've
Are we?
visited
I mean, I am.
civilized places. I don't have fond memories of them. But I have always seen these places from the outside. I'd rather not influence him more than I already do. Why don't you talk to him? Follows Chalk needs more guidance in his life. Just not from me.
That's surprisingly reasonable from him.
God be with you.
Okay.
What can I tell you? Yeah? What did he say? He said that? Well, I guess you have been out there more recently than he has. So, what's your advice?
I mean, if he wants to go out. Okay, don't spoil it for me here. Yeah, don't say anything. I see both of these sides here. If your people are in the middle of the war, one of the last things that you probably ought to be doing is actually leaving. With that being said, it's kind of a... Somebody's going to visit me. Fast forward. Oh my god. But okay, so he's in the middle of war. He probably should be with his people. But on the other hand, if he really wants to go explore, why should he hold back? And especially since this war probably will never end. At least not anytime soon, unless we end it. He seems like he wants to go. That's what I'm going to tell him.
Really? You think so? Whew. I'm going to do it. After all this is over, I'm going to go explore civilization. Dankni, Akis, I never would have had the growins to ask him myself.
Unless you and Joshua have any objections, I'd like to start evacuating the Sorrows. I'm going to need your help, so say your piece.
Are the majority of people? Yeah, it's...
No. Why? Why? Haven't you seen enough of what's going on here to see that the Sorrows don't need to butcher the Whitelegs for a piece of land? What Joshua wants is more than an attack. He wants a slaughter. And he needs more than you and the dead horses to do it.
It's like, I see this
The
guy's
Sorrows
point
can't
of
be
view,
pushed into this.
but like,
You and Joshua
when
don't
you're
have
dealing
the
with
right
someone
to
that is
force
like
them
that
into it.
evil,
Please, consider what I'm saying.
you can keep giving ground all you want. They're going to keep coming. You're going to give them an inch. They're going to take that inch and then one another. Sometimes you got to plant your feet and fight. Gray is all over the place. That's good though. I like that.
I've already explained to them that we're leaving. They've accepted it. What is Joshua going to tell them about being a warrior? What are you going to tell them about how to live with themselves after they got lost in the moment, killed someone who didn't deserve to die? Or does that not matter? Is that just an acceptable consequence if it means holding on to this valley? Maybe there is no place left in this world for mercy. But even if it tramples me into the dust, I will never accept it. And I will never condone it. Joshua must be waiting for you. I'll stay here with the others as I told them I would.
I mean, I understand where he's coming from. But in my eyes, it's like, you're just going to keep running. You know?
Thank you for this. I know Daniel doesn't approve, but destroying the Whitelegs is the only way to ensure the Sorrows can remain in Zion. You and I will lead a group of Dead Horse warriors and Sorrows hunters into 3 Marys from this position. Our objective is to find the Whitelegs' leader, Salt Upon Wounds, and prevent him from fleeing. Show no quarter to the Whitelegs we come across. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination. God be with you.
Unless we choose to celebrate. I can't shoot my gun. And apparently he can't hit me either, so now we're just sitting here staring at each other. Hi, how are you? Are you drowning? You're underwater. Are you going to run out of oxygen? Okay.
This is taking too long. We can't let Salt Upon Wounds escape. I'm going to find a way around. God willing, we will finish this together.
Oh, cutscene.
We warned you at Syracuse, and you persisted. You took advantage of us at New Canaan to drive us out. And like the dogs of Caesar you are, you followed us to Zion. And now you stand on holy ground, a temple to God's glory on earth. The only use for an animal in our temple is sacrifice. Kale wachene conserva o. You understand me, don't you? Don't you?
Outman. Kunaman mad. He killed all Whitelegs. You talk. You stop. Him hear you. You talk.
Don't listen to this thing. His cries are those of a mad beast caught in a thicket. He gave no mercy to my family, and I will give none to his. He has a debt to pay for what he's done, and I've come to collect. And so he's chosen to cower in the water like a dumb animal.
I want to take from them what they took from me, from my family. In this life, I want them to suffer. I want all of them to die in fear and pain. I want to have my revenge against him, against Caesar. I want to call it my own, to make my anger God's anger, to justify the things I've done. Sometimes I tell myself that these wildfires never stop burning, but I'm the one who starts them, not God, not them. I can always see it in my mind, the warmth and the heat. It will always be a part of me. But not today. Go. Get out of here. Go back. Back to the Great Salt Lake. That's
I don't know if you had to let him go. But...
It's finished. Thank you for staying with me. I couldn't have done this on my own. Let's go find Daniel. Tomorrow we'll be here soon. And there is much to do.
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
It'll be fine.
Demoralized by the Dead Horse and Sorrow's attack the courier and Joshua Graham led against them, the Whitelegs retreated to Great Salt Lake. Their days were numbered. Word soon reached the 80s tribe that the Whitelegs' spirit was broken. Their war chief a dim shadow of his former self. By year's end, the 80s would overrun the Whitelegs' camps, scattering the tribe to the winds and claiming the Great Salt Lake for its own.
The Sorrows fought beside Joshua Graham and the Dead Horses, eradicating the threat the Whitelegs posed to Zion. Seeing the courier convince Joshua Graham to spare Salt Upon Wounds, the Sorrows learned that retribution could be tempered by mercy. Though he despaired at the Sorrows' loss of innocence, Daniel took some small consolation in the courier's lesson and prayed it would take root.
Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, the Dead Horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph. They remained neutral toward the Sorrows, but as years went on, there were periods of competitive friction, even violence between the tribes. The New Canaanites, Daniel especially, intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribe's conflicts.
The defeat of the Whitelegs in Zion marked a turning point in the fortunes of the Happy Trails Caravan Company. Every 2 months,
You can tell me about it after.
the caravan met with the New Canaanites in Zion Valley to trade.
Let
Happy
me enjoy
Trails
this for a
soon
minute.
returned to prosperity. The vigilance of the Sorrows and Dead Horses in defending southwestern Utah, initially startling to Happy Trails caravans, soon proved a blessing. The tribes united against the 80s, driving them back from Highway 50, and thus opening yet another trading route for Happy Trails caravans.
Follows Chalk took the courier's words to heart and decided that he would behold the sights and sounds of distant lands with his own eyes and ears. After returning to Dead Horse Point, he quarreled with his family and other tribe members about his ambitions. One morning, they awoke to discover that Follows Chalk had set off alone, westward, into the wilderness. He was never seen again.
Waking Cloud was distraught when she learned of her husband's death, but took comfort from her tribe and the compassion of the New Canaanites. She forgave Daniel for having concealed her husband's fate from her, and learned to accept his fate. When her grief faded, she took a husband from the Dead Horse tribe. At her bidding, he stayed close to home.
The threat of the Whitelegs ended. Joshua Graham helped the Sorrows and Dead Horses tend to their fallen comrades and secure Zion. The courier's words had stayed Joshua's wrath in his darkest hour, and in sparing Salt Upon Wounds, he was changed. While he continued to advocate militant opposition to the enemies of New Canaan, he sometimes showed quarter to those who crossed his family. Eventually, this new spirit would diminish the myth of the burned man in distant lands. A small price for the peace it brought to Joshua Graham.
For years after the defeat of the Whitelegs, Daniel did his best to minister to the Sorrow's spiritual needs. Try as he might, he could not hold back the tribe's increasing militancy and reverence of Joshua Graham. Demoralized, he returned to his family in Dead Horse Point. His failures haunted him for the rest of his days.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
Is it you? Oh, hello
Those
there.
Freeside thugs aren't worth our time anymore. Howdy there, partner. My story's a long one, friend, and I can't say as it's all that interesting. Well, I was born in a little town out Montana way. Me and Ma didn't have much, ever since my pa up and left.
Wow. Wow. Jeez.
That he did. Never did know why. Ma always said he was a real mysterious fella, even when he was with her. Like he was a stranger sometimes.
Oh, God.
Maybe. Maybe I just never felt like I belonged back home.
Mysterious stranger.
It sure wasn't easy. Ma worked her fingers to the bone to make sure we had enough to survive. And I worked the coal mines from when I was 15. After Ma died, I guess I wanted to find my pa and get some answers from him. Been out here looking ever since, but he ain't an easy man to find. Can't say as I really know. Maybe I'll just ask him why. Maybe I'll punch him right in the mouth. Hell, the more I talk about it, the more the whole damn thing sounds like a dumb idea.
Golly, some of this is harsh.
Maybe I should. Don't suppose you know any place a fella with a guitar might find a job, huh? Maybe it's time to give these tired old bones a rest. All right, show me what you've got. I suppose it's only right you get a little something for your troubles. Here, my daddy left me this gun. Guess I don't need it no more.
For a minute, I thought he left his guitar. Damn greedy. Mysterious stranger? You don't say. Oh. I earned that exclamation point blind. I'll have you know, I earned it. I didn't do shit. Squirmy little fucker. Let's try one of the energy weapons. Oh, well, now it's mad. You're angry? You're angry? It's just eating shot after shot. Oh my god, don't hit me. This rock is my new best friend. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is not fine. This is the opposite of fine. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Alright, we're gonna take some drugs. You had an arm. It's the Bloatflies now. Yeah. Bloatfly just ate it. Okay, we took some psycho. Oh, I need to, hello? There we go. Probably gonna die here, y'all. I'm maxed out on health, at least. Isn't there... I'm blanking. Damage... There we go. You want that. Oh my god. I see how this is. I see how this is. I see how this is. He set me up with the sweetness last time, and now he's just like, I'm gonna lay it on this motherfucker. All right, we'll try the anti-material rifle here. He is hitting hard. My God. Do we drink the good Coca-Cola? I guess we do. Or Nuka-Cola. We're breaking out the good stuff. Ah! Hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me! That thing hit hard. Don't know. Nick, how many times do you have to get blown up before you start looking? I saw that one. I see this one. I see it. Ha ha. Ha ha. I have vanquished the mind. That didn't last long, did it? Terminal. Exclamation universe. Not yet. Maybe we'll think about that one. Alright, let's see. Alright, October 28th. 5 days on foot, still can't sleep. Outside, it's like nothing happened. The sky looks wrong, that's all. Hike back to overturned National Guard truck near Tokerville. After blisters heal, maybe. Looks like USGS team was researching something here in the cave. Cleared out when bombs fell, left equipment behind. Probably thought they had families to run back to. October 29th. Char must have said this out loud 1,000 times walking here. Maybe writing it will feel more like you heard. My cat is licking my feet. A little distracting. A little distracting. You were right. I was north of Spanish Fork. Took the 77 along Provo Bay to steer clear of town. Would have been home in an hour. Engine died. Truck just stopped. So did a Chrysler. In the other lane. I guess it's supposed to be a Chrysler. Knew right away. First nuke hit SLC inside a minute. I was looking south. Lucky man. Flash behind me was so bright, the world looked on fire. Old couple from Chrysler starts screaming they can't see. Didn't watch you die, Char. Saved my eyes. Counted 12 more flashes next 7 minutes. Jesus. Ground shook each time, 18 seconds later. When nothing hit for a half hour, took a look, globe of fire where you and Alex died. Didn't kid myself. Didn't know what to do, grabbed my pack and rifle. Saw to the old couple, sat them up against the car, let them hold and comfort each other. Told them I was going to get help, everything be okay. 1 bullet through both heads, instant. Jesus. 5-day hike back to Zion, you told me. Stop running off to the wild. Man belongs with his family. You were right. You were right. You were right. You were right. Wasn't there to hold you and my boy. Died without me. Never touch you or him again. Should shoot myself. What I deserve. Can't. Maybe soon. October 31st. Black rain falling outside. Geiger jumping. Should let it kill me, but bottling water from back of cave all the same. November 2nd. Sounds dead inside, but can't look. Geiger goes lethal 15 feet from the cave mouth. Do the math. Radiation goes down before water runs out, or I never leave this cave. Jesus. Jesus. January 1st. Happy New Year. 2 months in cave. Still lethal outside. Don't get it. An army that said 2 to 4 weeks cleared fallout. Less than a month's water left. Been mopping condensation off the cave walls, wringing shirt into bottles, trading calories for H2O, food stocks holding, thanks USGS. If there was even a chance I'd see the two of you again, I'd run outside. January 10th. Sounds like windstorm out there for 2 days. Radiation down 500. What happened? January 15th. Took a peek. Snow. It glows green. January 28th. Radiation low enough that I could risk short exposure outside. More important, cave stream now drinkable if I use rad drugs. January 30th. There is nothing alive out there. Well, Jesus. No tick-tick-boom. Oh, come on! May 5th, the comeback goes on. Add prickly pear to list of survivors with honey mesquite and banana yucca. Odd nodules / mutations, but safe to eat. Harvesting, oh so careful, never take more than a fifth. Mouth waters every time I'm about to eat something that isn't from a can. May 7th. Clouds of those stinging flies near a fallen tree I call the napper. Little flashes in the cloud. Something dragonfly-sized that zaps them midair, then scoops them up. Something new. May 19th. Bighorn sheep. A family, ram, ewe, and a little one. Fucking goddamn it. May 20th. The sheep were different. Brawny. Ewe had curved horns just like the ram. Seen some tiny lizards, but this is the first time seen animals that big. Fingers crossed. 5-10 years breeding. Fresh meat, hides, horns. I know it's time to go back, Char, when winter has passed. June 14th. Just got back. Tired. Good scrounging along the way. Ended up dragging back a cart of stuff. Right tomorrow. Sleep. June 15th. Departed April 10th. Walk to SLC. Took 15 days. Would have been 7 to 9 back in the old days, but had to circle pockets of radiation and foraged along the way. Don't know what I was thinking. Imagined I'd find my house, dig through some rubble, find something. Your bones, I hoped, and little nuts. I would have buried them. Here in Zion, maybe. SLC is mostly craters. Warped steel girders where high-rises sat. Mounds of bricks. Never found our house. Didn't even find street. What wasn't a crater was scorched clean. Want to believe it was fast. A flash. Both of you vaporize. Lies to make me feel better. I'll never know. Which part of the city got hit first? Northeast, and you both died in a blink. Further away, and you burned alive screaming, or the blast, broken glass, and bits of brick and wood splinters shredding you like a hamburger. Look at it, coward, and listen. Don't turn away. Face it. If you'd been a brave, lucky man, you'd have found a spot and blown your brains out. But not you. You took your time walking back. Made a shopping trip out of it. Scrounger. The truck was still there on 77 North Spanish Fork. The Chrysalis too, but no sign of the old couple's bones. Outside, Neffy and I caught a trail. 3 men, tracks heading towards Fountain Green. Thought about following, but didn't. Stupid fantasy of friends, more likely cannibals. June 20th. Took 2 days to build door and electrify it. No soliciting, assholes. Home sweet fucking home. Jesus. September 20th. I count 28 of them. 11 adult males, 8 females, 9 children, aged 2 to 10. Some rifles and pistols in bad repair. Old world clothes. Ratty. September 22nd. Got close enough last night to hear them talk. Spanish, I think. From Mexico. Heard them say paradiso a bunch. Think that means paradise. Here to stay then. Seem harmless. Seem. October 5th. The one I call Maria is pregnant. Think the father is Jose, but she spends a lot of time with Pablo, too. October 7th. Pedro ran out to pee in the stream and would have seen me if he'd looked to his left. Too close. Need to give them space. November 10th. Jose broke his leg chasing a bighorn. Too far from camp for them to hear. Told myself to leave it, but couldn't. 300 yards from their camp, did my best Jose screaming imitation until a bunch of them came looking. Then strung them along to the crest where they could hear the real Jose. Probably useless. Compound fracture. Broke the skin. November 11th. Infection. So many goddamn words nearly the same. Think I'd be fluent. But anyway, Jose's leg has got it. So he's going to die. Nature for you. Of course, they're going to give prayer a try. November 12th. Left the bottle of antibiotics on a rock outside the camp last night. They thanked God. Dios, of course. As though that asshole saw fit to burn the world, but still cared enough to leave some medicine on a rock. November 15th. Jose will always limp, but otherwise he'll be okay. Good deed for the month. Will they make it through the winter? Hot damn. See ya. There it is. Okay, so I guess it's not just touching the wire, it's the edge. Look. I was pressing the... Okay, here. Come here. Come here. All right. I will pet you, but I need to read, okay? You want to see what happens? This is year 2096. February 11th. Fuckers killed all the men. I think they would have taken the women alive, but Maria and Selena opened fire, and some of the others went for their guns, so they shot them down, and some of the kids went with them. If I could have warned them. Ow! First tree red was year 27, so he was there for a long time. Gotcha. Okay. I couldn't remember what years it was. I'm glad you remembered. I'd forgotten. It definitely gave me impression some time passed. February 12th. Elena and Carmen and 5 children still alive, being kept in a pen. There are more than 100 of these assholes in blue suits. Every suit says 22 on the back. Why? Armed to the teeth with submachine guns, pistols. Estimate 60% male. Everyone seems to follow the dark-haired guy, but can't get close enough to tell. Assholes are disciplined. Patrols, sentries. They mean business. Say I go out in at night and get the women and children out. Where to next? But I have to get them out. I have to. I do remember Vault 22. I can't remember what happened there, though. I might have to go, get a little refresher. February 13th. Recon during night. Well-organized sentries along most approaches, but stream not covered. Are they sick? Lots of coughing fits. Tuberculosis? Women and children still in pen. We'll try to infiltrate by stream tomorrow night. February 14th. They ate them. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? February 19th. Ambush along Riverside Trail. 6 males killed. Heard their coughing a mile away. Used their grenades to booby-trap bodies. Kept half. Secured 6 SMGs, 500 rounds, 10mm, 6 varieties. This guy's a badass. February 20th. Ambush along Riverside Trail. 2 males died checking bodies. Killed 2 more with rifle. Shot 1 through calf and let 1 asshole crawl off to spread the message. Coughed like I'd shot him through the lungs. February 23rd. Ambush half-mile east of Coal Pits Wash. 8 males killed. This guy went to war. He went to war. February 28th. Ambush in the Narrows. 6 males killed. Took a 10mm through the thigh. Steel jacket. Missed femoral. Lucky. Used tourniquet to make sure no blood splattered on rocks back to cave. Have set traps all along entrance passes, but if they find me, it will be matter of time. Still, 24 confirmed kills in 10 days equal at least 1/3 of their combat force. Not bad for an old man. March 2nd. Lucky, 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 lucky. Patrol was small. 3 men. Screaming woke me. Point man caught under deadfall. Panic fire ricocheted into the cave, almost hit me. Crawled forward and killed them all with SMGs. Nearly used frags. Stupid. Finger and pin when remembered ricochets. Leaving at once. No other patrols in the area, but they'll be searching Narrows for these 3. Taking as much food as I can drag with me and heading to the cave south. Because I think. Jesus, Fuzzy. All right, let's see. January 13th. The coffers are gone finally. All 34 that still lived. 8 they're dead for strength, then struck out at southeast at SE. Okay. Victory. 10 months of killing. All I feel is cold. They deserved every goddamn bit of it. January 17th. Thought I was dreaming, but the screams were real. For a moment, thought they'd tricked me. Just pretended to leave Zion, then sent a patrol to track me down, but the screams were a woman's. A woman's edged around corner in passageway to have a look. 1 vaulter ankle deep in a bear trap. Leveled my SMG, but the way she was crying stopped me. How she screamed when she saw me. Been their boogeyman a long time. Named Sylvie. Claims she ran away from him. Claims them evil people, children of the devil. Turns out they were sick after all. Something they caught in the vault they lived in. She never came down with it yet. So help me, I've wound up being her nurse. January 18th. Her story matches what I learned from my interrogations last year, but according to her, let's just say it was bad to be a woman in that group. Okay, so when they left, she slipped away. She knows next to nothing about living outside a vault, says she wants to learn. September 9th, never been so scared in my life. Canada wasn't scary, just sickening, the criminality of it. The end of the world wasn't scary. When I knew you and Alex were dead, I didn't have anything left to be scared about. I just went on for some reason. I wasn't scared fighting the vaulters. It was like I kept daring them to finish me. When I killed them, I think it was the closest I came to feeling happy in years. Sylvia's pregnant and I am terrified. Oh, God. Ridiculous, old man. A father again at 47. 47 isn't old. In this world, that being... Well, it's old to be a father. I will say that. If you're becoming a new dad at 47... Yeah, all right. I'll roll with it. She's so excited and so trusting. Says it's God's will that we have this child. Like nothing could go wrong. You see, Chair, she doesn't know about you and Alex. Never told her. Almost did sometimes, but what you and I had, it seemed wrong to share it. More like an old man not wanting his young wife to know how he failed the one who came before her. Hiking into Tokerville for medical books and supplies. This will be done right. I'm sorry, Char. I hope you can forgive me. Do I know the history of Fallout in Canada? I do not. With elephants. Jesus, Carpini. March 5th. Baby was breech. Would have been a son. Michael. Did my best to turn him. Failed. Must have done the cesarean too late. Had to put Sylvie out and she never woke up. Buried them south of the Narrows. Ah, Jesus. Well, this time I was by their side. So much better. I think I can finally do it. Blow my fucking brains out all over this goddamn cave. Jesus. 2108, 2113, and 2123. Some big jumps in time, so he lived a long time. Yeah, I don't remember this. Okay. August 22nd. 10 sets of tracks 1/2 mile northeast of canyon entrance. Barefoot. August 23rd. Saw them through the scope. Corpses walking around. Finally gone crazy. Dementia maybe. August 24th. I'm not crazy. They're real. God damn it, they are real. Rushed me the moment they saw me, snarling like animals. They look like corpses but don't smell rotted. I'll be putting them out of their misery. Doing for them what I never could for myself. September 3rd. The last all gone. You definitely got those. I might have, but I don't remember it. And then like this way at least, like I'll have it for continuity, like I'll have the full story, and so I don't even remember it. February 5th. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, you useless old dinosaur. Happy birthday to me. Happy 60th. What do you get a man who has everything? A bottle of whiskey and a 12-gauge slug through the roof of the mouth. Woo! Come now. What do I have to do to prove to myself that I've lived long enough? I'm a shriveled old man, white beard, seen enough sunrises and sunsets. Saw the big sunset. Been hanging on through the long night 36 years now. Ridiculous. Not kidding myself into thinking there's anything on the other side of this. Fine. Things weren't so bad before I was born. Char and Alex. Sylvie and Michael who could have been. Thoughts of the beloved dead before dying. Goodbye, Zion. February 6th. Fucking didn't do it. Coward as usual. Maybe 2 bottles next year. I do remember this now. I remember this. It means something different now that I've read the other terminals, though. April 25th. 24 of them. Half boys, half girls. Youngest is 8, maybe. Oldest 13 to 14. Dirty and scrawny. Been on foot a long time. Children's Crusade. Struck camp on nearly the same spot as Los Mexicanos 30 years and a lifetime ago. I spent 2 nights listening to them. English. Literate. One of them reads stories while the other little ones fall asleep. They escaped someplace they call the school but can't figure out where it was. When they want a little one to behave, they tell him to stop or the principal will get you. The principal better not show up or I'll blow his goddamn head off. I can still shoot straight. Is this him? Is this the dude? Survivalist rifle. I'm gonna have to figure out something. Oh, we got an entry. A rifle. Let's read the. Is this the last entry? January 2nd. I've been leaving notes for them and gifts. They like the books. Started with stories, but moved on to weapons manuals, medical books, practical stuff. In the notes, well, it's embarrassing. Almost like those cards people used to give each other. Everything's sweet and loving. I tell them to read and learn and to make the most of their new home. I tell them that I'm giving them Zion as a gift to make up for all the sorrows of their lives so far. Oh, wow. And the sorrows... Just leave it. We'll get in a minute. Is it really getting late? Oh, shit. It's 11:30, y'all. Holy shit. Okay. Jesus Christ. The timing. Timing. All right. I'm giving them Zion as a gift to make up for all the sorrows of their lives so far. The sorrows of their... Oh, my God. And all the sorrows man has visited on man. I tell them to be kind to each other and modest. I tell them never to hurt each other, but that if someone else comes along and tries to hurt them, to strike back with righteous anger. Stuff like that. I sign every note the Father because, well, just because. Wow. January 18th. Have I mentioned that I'm dying? Mine's still sharp. Lungs are the problem. Might be cancer. Cough's been getting worse for months. Finally, there's blood in it. Getting harder to visit my little friends. Breath so short. I've given away most of what I own. They'll find the rest in the caves when they get a little older. I don't want them to find me, though. The father is a broke-down old man. Disappointment. It's time. I don't want another birthday. January 23rd. It's cold enough that I won't last long up on the high mountain next to the Red Gate. I think I've got enough breath left in me to make it. I'll just lie down and stare right at the sky. Feels right. I hope they'll do well. I hope no harm comes to them, from within or without. Did my best to prepare them with the last few notes. Said something kind about each one of them, what makes each one special. Told them the father was pleased by their kind natures and that it would be up to them to handle things on their own from now on. That I'd be silent, but still watching and still caring. Lying then, oh yes. Lied to you, Char, and Alex, and Sylvie. Told you I'd be with you forever, but I wouldn't go back and unsay it once if I could. What was the point of it all? So many failures. But I never forgot your face, or Little Nuts, or, Sylvie's. They used to say that happened after a while, but it never did for me. Maybe the only point of all this living was to keep those pictures in my head going for as long as I could. It was the only life I could give you. Not a day went by without. It wasn't choice. I chose to die again and again. Just never did. Body had its own drive. Well, the little ones will need it. Species will need it if it's to continue. That blind drive onward. I wish them well. It's been a gift to me, at the end of it all, to behold innocence. Goodbye, Zion. Randall Dean Clark. February 5th, 2053 to January 21, 24.